Hello! Surprise, surprise! This is another Brickslopes mock. If you've seen the title of this video, you can probably guess relatively what's in this mock. Uh, but basically, I've decided that next year I will not be making a Brickslopes mock, unless I can get, like, my collection sorted by then. But I want to give myself at least a full year to get everything sorted, tucked away, find a home for everything. Because it's gotten a little out of hand, and building these big mocks does not help. Uh, but I decided while everything's a little out of hand, I could build something that, an additional mock, to make up for the lack of one next year, and it's small enough that I can actually keep it like on a shelf or something. So I'll probably bring it back next year. Um, and it's relevant because, well, this year's mock, I based on like a few lines from Andor season 1. Uh, I did want to base something on the show, and so season 2 came out, and now I had inspiration. So I guess without further ado, um, let's just show you the mock, shall we? 3, 2, 1. This is the Make It Stop mock, and I know it's a little hard to see right now, just because it's kind of a weird, like, I don't know, angle for the camera, at least. So here's a little bit of a better angle, just so that you can see. I really do like having the title of my mock built into the frames, and with this one it was a little more difficult, but so I added um, Andor there up on the top. Um, and then we've got make it and stop finally there at the bottom. I thought that would work out well with the 3 layers to um, do it that way. Obviously, you read top to bottom, and it doesn't take away from the look that much. I thought about just doing it across the bottom, make it stop. Uh, but ultimately, I don't know. I really didn't want to do that a whole lot. Um, it just, I don't know. It wasn't that great of a look for me, at least. But I guess we'll take you through it. Um, we'll go through one by one each of these 6 scenes. It should be relatively quick, but just want to give you a bit of a closer view of them. So here we have, obviously, where Make It Stop comes from. We've got Sergeant Lear, and Clea is a little hard to see, but she is in those bars there. Um, there in the show, there's kind of an orangish tint on everything, so I thought that maybe I could make that out of the like darker tan orange colors. And basically, because we don't see the outside of the planet, I got a little bit of liberty to do whatever I wanted with, and so obviously we know there's a lot of orange from the windows we can see, and uh, we know that they talk about burners and lighting the streets on fire, so I added in lots of fire, and you've got the guy there that tells him that his radio is off, and you've also got back on that chair a little build for his radio. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's got a black background for nighttime, but also just sort of to set it apart from the rest of them. Then here we've got um, Luthen and Clea's encounter on that one planet where Clea here um, watches these civilians get executed by the Empire, um, and we've got Luthen walking away. I don't know. I thought this would be kind of a neat little scene to build. There's really not much to it, just a big staircase. Um, and I tried to make the alien guy with the big hat that we see, um, but obviously there's not really a good equivalent, so I just used the um, like standard gray alien head. Over here, we've got the bombing on Naboo, and this one I'll have to kind of show you from a couple different angles. But of course, we've got um, Luthen and Clea, and him activating the detonator and telling her to look at him while everyone else looks at the exploding transport. And so for this one, it was kind of interesting because I had to do two different scales basically. Um, so you've got the figure scale over here, and then over here on this side, we've got a lot smaller scale, but you can see the two ships, one of them obviously blowing up, um, and they're on the bridge, and then you can see that city that's built into the mountainside that you can see from the show. Uh, and so, yeah, I thought this would be a neat little uh, scene to include. Obviously, there are 4 flashback scenes, but uh, the one that's the ship in the forest, well, I really like that scene. I felt like that would be really similar to the Make It Stop scene, and so I just didn't really want to build that. Um, but then moving on, so here we have the I in it uh, section here, which is the meeting between Lonnie and Luthen. The bench they're sitting on is kind of a cool. I don't know if you'd call it mosaic style, but it's got a bunch of broken tiles on it. Um, I guess maybe that's mosaic, but I tried to try and capture that look. Uh, it looks very uncomfortable as a bench, I'll be honest. But that's what it looks like in scene. So that's what I tried to make it look like here, and I tried to. I think it worked out okay. But I tried to use those trans purple uh, 1x1s with the glitter in them as like buildings, and I used the um, satin trans clear. Oh no, the satin trans clear uh, windows there, or the panels, to give it a bit of depth of field. I also used the satin trans light blue as those are 2x1 bricks turned on their side. I use that as sort of the water to give it a really nice like reflective look. Um, and then I added in these 2 light posts. They're not in the scene, but I thought it made the actual scene here look pretty good. It helps to frame it. Um, but yeah, then moving on to the next scene. So here we have the confrontation between uh, Luthen and Dedra, and I thought it would be kind of neat to capture Luthen's ultimate sacrifice. and so I used the glow-in-the-dark knife from the old Harry Potter Basilisk, that fang. It works super well as the Nautilin Bleeder, and then I gave him a dark red hand. Um, um, I'm not sure on the color of his arms and legs. I might try to change those to a light gray. Because I don't know. Same with his hair. That one I might use the same hairpiece from the Lonnie meeting. Because I think it is the same. Uh, but his suit color is a little weird because it is a very dark white, which unfortunately Lego makes one shade of white, and that's it. And as far as grays go, they make two shades of gray. We do have an older shade of gray, which I thought was kind of neat to use for the old Sith armor that he's got back there. We've got the Kalikori over here. Um, this Clone Trooper helmet is one from my collection that I got as like a part of a big lot, but it's got a big crack down the side, and so I thought that would be kind of fun to include there. Obviously, you've got Padme's headdress, that's in the show, same with the Gungan shield. Um, but then I basically I tried to throw in a bunch of like other Lego Easter eggs. I tried not to make it feel too crowded, but I mean it's gonna look as crowded as it looks, basically. Uh, Unfortunately, we do not have the bun hairpiece, which you'll see as part of the next scene. Um, but we don't have that in tan, so this is the closest hairpiece I could get to Dedra's hair in that scene, um, which, yeah, is just unfortunate. And then you can't really see it from this angle, but from this angle you can. I added some smoke to the doorway, because obviously Dedra notices that. So I thought that would be a fun little thing for her to like see or to have in the scene, basically. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll move on to the final and probably the most important scene of Make It Stop. So yeah, here we have Make, or um, basically the final scene with Luthen. Um, Man, I guess I should have really included a spoiler warning for if you haven't seen this. Please go watch Andor if I haven't made that abundantly clear on my channel. It's really good. Uh, go watch it before watching this, I guess. Um, but yeah, so we've got Luthen's final scene here, with him on that big table, and I thought it was really cool. I was able to use one of those trans clear uh, circular tiles with the bar connector on it. Um, and then I was able to just put the rest of the machine on top of that. So it looks like it has that gap that it has in the show once Clea undoes the latch. Um, and then I made these walls 3 bricks thick so that you'd get that, using that satin transclear, uh, you'd get that sort of fogged out privacy glass type view. Um, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. Clea's outfit works from this angle and just about any angle you should be able to see it at Brickslopes. It does not work from the front. It's the here, I'll just go ahead and turn her around so that you can see. Um, yeah, they don't really make the proper parts for that, which I think is kind of a shame. It's one of my problems with Lego Star Wars right now. I really hate how we get major releases like Andor, right? Andor is 12 episodes that they released over 4 weeks. Like, they basically gave us a new Star Wars movie every week for a month. And we got 2 sets from it, and one of those sets arguably being a Rogue One set. Um, so yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but here you can see that bun piece that I wish we would get in tan so that I could use that for Dedra. It'd be really cool to get a like hospital battle set to get a proper hospital uniform for. But basically, the only other thing is the Andor logo there up at the top. This is something that you'll see in the from Brickslopes video. I've changed it on the Dizon frame mock as well, but the A is now an upside down V because that closer matches the style of the show. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you're seeing this at Brickslopes if you can. Um, but yeah, thanks so much, and bye bye.